this will be show ready. Literally, I don't mean to be bragging, but it really should be. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. I will work on two of my favorite bonsai. One is a very, very old California juniper, and one is quite an old tree I dug up from my cousin's yard when she moved. The Prostrata Juniper is particularly popular. You can see the needles are a little bit bigger, but almost the same. And it's more of a scale needle. And it's got fairly interesting trunk naturally because it tends to grow like this to cover the ground. And so I dug it out about 20 years ago, I would say. So it's a 45, 50-year-old tree. You can see the trunk become quite respectable. Yeah, so all these branches are cut off, make gin, because, just for the sake of the design. And I left this more or less a stump, and I'll carve it so that it will become more like a natural breakage in a while. Probably carve it like this so it becomes more tapered. And you can see in the meantime, termites, there are a lot of termites in the high desert. Termites or carpenter ants being at work to eat up all of the wood, and you can see the droppings. And so I had better spray this real quick. I'm sorry, but to say it was insecticide, so that I can stop the encroachment to eventually eat into the live branches to save this tree. But you can see, even though it's growing in the garden, it has a lot of characteristics, just as if it grows in the wild if you let it go. Don't try to manicure your trees too early, because it will have a natural way of healing to make it to show the age. Whereas towards the end, you really need to pay attention to form the paths and do the final manicuring to make it look presentable. So this tree, actually, there's not much to do because the paths are almost naturally formed. And I think probably I will use this guy wire because this branch is fairly heavy and it should droop naturally due to its own weight, as in nature that happens to an old tree. So with that in mind then, I use anchor wire a lot, much more than wiring, because once you have the main branch in the right direction, using the clip and grow method to form the paths are much more natural looking, because they tend to do more zigzagging naturally without the artificial zigzagging you're trying to do. So what I will do is I'll anchor this side onto one of these branches, right? So that's easy. And if you have it too long, it's okay, because you can always use it for the next time. Just hide it so it doesn't look ugly. And look at that, here's a ceiling of a maple tree, Japanese maple growing up. So I will pour in the springtime to make it into a new tree. So sapling, they are good. So like this one, I will pour down to give it the aged look. You see, it doesn't take much of an effort. And then at this stage, after, let's say, 3 or 4 times of pruning, the rest of it is really more by pinching. Like this one's a little bit more, but I clip it. But it's by pinching the tender growth to keep the pad in place. And then you try to thin off in between the pads so that it will show the branch off more. And so what you would do is that you form the outside outline of the pads. Right, so I think I like to have a little bit more curve. So you can see this is filling out as a nice pad. But 2 things. One is that this is much thicker than the other ones in the sense of fuller growth. And I really wanted to thin out a bit so that I can see the branch structure a little bit better. So I will pinch off the excess growth, so when it come out, it will be show more of the structure as well as fuller growth. So you don't want to be too full, but you do want it to be in the shape of a pad with the proper outline. And then you pull off the bottom of the needles, because needles or leaves tend to grow up seeking light. So you see, this looks a little sparse, but it will fill out nicely so that it becomes what you see in a bonsai book. Very nice, and you can still see the structure. Well, that's not quite true in Japanese bonsais. They tend to be very full. You don't see the trunk much at all. I prefer to see the trunk some. And so I tend to prune a little bit more, make them a little bit less, make them more sparse than what you see in bonsai. But to each his own, you know. It's not like saying I'm right or they're wrong or vice versa. But I think your tree is by definition right by you. It's your tree, you know. Hey, it is your tree. Okay, so I'm just going around and do a little bit of pinching, and that's it. To form the rough shape of the pad. So like this pad is rather short, but I will let this one grow out. You know, I in fact do a little bit of a pushing, let this grow out this way, so eventually it will be a nice pad. And like this one, that's nice, but that's encroaching on the other side. So I will actually cut that off. Again, I want the right branch to be the right place and about the right angle. And then when it filled out, it will look nice. So I'm almost done with the front. Now let me go to the back. Too bad this branch died off, broke off. Otherwise, it would be a nice. It's nice to have a branch there. Again, doing a little bit of pinching, and then let it grow out, and cut off some of the brown so it's unsightly. Now the top is actually very critical, so let me work on the top a little bit. The apex, I think, yeah, this is nice apex. So you see, I didn't add that much height to the tree. There's a tendency of keep letting the apex grow taller. Eventually it's out of shape. So let the apex grow higher just a little bit at a time. A fraction of an inch sometimes is all you should let it go. So like this branch, I'll just cut it off and make it into a chin, because it's nice to have some dead branches at the top, just as if it's struck by lightning or something. Again, you want to add a little vignette to increase the age look of the tree. So that is all I will do for this tree for now, so that 3 months from now, it will grow quite a bit in spring to fill out the pads, and then it will become very obviously what I need to pinch off and how to thicken the next round. But you can see in less than a couple of years, this will be quite a nicely manicured tree, good for a show. And I think this tree I'm very proud of. And, you know, frankly, it's not a young tree. It's quite an old tree. So I'm very happy with it to have the privilege of owning my cousin's tree from her backyard. And she was not going to be able to move it anyway, and she's happy to give it to me as a favor, so I appreciate it. So here you go. This is my tree, and I hope you like this design. Now let me move on to the next one, the California Juniper. The pinching and the refinement never ends, but you got to stop sometime and let it grow. And witness the kind of the greening of the trunk with the moss, and then the bottom, the moss is also starting to grow pretty nicely. And that shows you the care that went into the tree. Okay, now with this tree, I can use this as the front or the other way around to show the interesting curve. Both sides show the same curve differently in a very interesting way. So both sides look good, which is what you want to achieve in a bonsai. Again, this is a very old tree. I'm very fortunate to have it at an auction. And it was quite a mess. People didn't see the potential, but I did. And so this is my tree. And I've been taking cuttings from it. Someday I'll be able to offer you cuttings of this tree. From a 1500-year-old bonsai that you can have a piece of it is the same mother tree. I think there's something joyful about that. You see the benefit of wiring. You see you can turn this branch going this way into this way, which is what you want, rather than the clip and grow, which would take some time. But on the other hand, I shortcut it by bending it and then cutting a little bit. I think I more or less achieved my same objective. So I try to avoid wiring because it's so time consuming. I'd rather do another bonsai to get my creative juices going than spending infinite amount of time doing the fine tuning. Well, to each his own, you know. And like this branch is going this way, so this branch, you do want it to come out a little bit, let this one grow. So this one would not look quite as mature as that one, but it will in time. I would say in a year and a half, this tree will be quite full. So you can see there are quite a nice, interesting curves that way. So that one needs to be bent down a bit. And so then the rest of it can be apex. Now apex doesn't always mean one single branch because at the top there's a little cluster that becomes kind of form top of a hat. And so I can do that. The apex being the little taller middle part, and then the side gets a little less tall. So for example, I can clip this off. See, so now there's a cluster that goes like this. So that's your kind of a group apex. And then this one really needs to come down. So what I'll do is I'll peel off the bottom, right? You don't want the bottom because leaves don't point down. They point up to seek the light. And later on, I will take an anchor wire to pull this down. But let me keep going in the meantime. I tend to clip off a lot of the bottom because they're not supposed to grow down. Aside from on the side of a cliff, right? So that's cascade is all about. So you try to figure it out so you can explain what the nature is doing and go from there. And look at how interesting all the moss is growing on the branches, all of the growing into the bark. That bark, which is really interesting looking. I like to separate out the branches a little bit more to give it more of a depth. I don't want to forget that early on I said I wanted this branch to come down. So all I'm doing is just put a little anchor wire there and to pull it down to get a little bit of a more of a drooping to show the age look. So that's what I have. Okay, that's it. And it doesn't look great, but what happens, it will fill out in 3 to 6 months. And that gave me idea how to fill it again. These pets will be quite large by then. It will be more like this. And then I think after a couple of times of that, this will be show ready. Today I did 2 venerable tree. What a great way to celebrate New Year. This is around a 1500-year-old California juniper, and this is about a 50-year-old Prostrata juniper. Because the growing condition, this tree got quite big in the same amount of time span, growing really 10 times as fast. And both are excellent material. Both can be propagated very easily by cuttings. And I would say in 15 years or 20 years anyway, your bonsai would be about this big a trunk at the bottom, quite respectable as and if you work on let's say a 20-year-old tree, if you have been working on it for 5 or 6 years, it should look like a very nice established bonsai. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.